Welcome to Master of the Game. I am Juice. This is Paula. And today is RPG a day, day 27, and the suspense is killing her.
I don't know what the word is.
She is so lost on all the clues for the last 26 days. Let's get started.
Is it suspense?
Ding, ding, ding! We got a winner! So here we are. It's day 27. Only a few more days left of RPG a day. The excitement, I just can't control myself. The suspense is killing me. What happens at the end of the countdown? I have no idea. You have no idea. She has no idea. This is amazing. Again, I'm so excited. Are you excited?
I'm so excited for you.
You're excited for me? I don't know what happens. I don't know. It's going to be great. I guess the start of September. And the end of Grand Con.
And it's going to be Gabe's first birthday.
Yep. He will turn 1 at the end of RPG a day, pretty much. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
See? I told you. Big things happen at the end of this countdown. What is your big thing happening at the end of this countdown? What's happening in September for you? Comment below. Now, suspense. Let's reel it in here. Reel it in. Calm down, Paula. Calm down. Okay. So, suspense.
I'll try and keep it together for you. I will try. Okay.
So, when I think of suspense, I think of, again, the edge of your seat. Something pulling you there. Everybody wants to feel suspense in a tabletop RPG. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the part of the draw of it. The good storytelling has suspense.
Right.
If you're not including it in your stories and it's literally just combat, puzzle, kill, get XP, treasure, that's pretty lame. And unfortunately, I played in plenty of games like that.
Yeah, everybody has, I think.
And I think it's, for a lot of people,
typical.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You know, to get suspense across.
So I think the part that can be sort of difficult from a DM perspective is like, hey, I'm planting this little clue, and as the DM, I know what's going to happen, and like I already want it to happen. And so sometimes there's that like want to just fast forward and make it happen. Whereas,
you want to tell them,
yes,
but you can't do that because that ruins it.
Right, and so it's like, oh gosh, I just need to tell somebody about this cool thing that I'm doing,
DM suspense,
so that
though.
like other people are excited about it.
Yes.
Because you're just planting things for the characters, and so they can feel the suspense, but your want for it to just come out just like happens, and then you don't get the suspense buildup that you wanted.
Especially if they don't figure it out and it's not suspenseful. You know what I'm saying.
Suspenseful.
That word. If it's not for them and they're just like sitting there. Like,
oh, yeah,
puzzles are a big thing where they slow it to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
So now the suspense isn't there anymore. Now it's like, can we just move it on?
Yeah.
You know, and so then as a DM, we got to like kind of give it to them a little bit.
Yes. That's the worst.
Roll for intelligence. Oh, you would know this means this.
Yeah.
And then
that's
figure it
the
out.
worst.
Yeah.
That's literally the worst thing. Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen in the next adventure I run.
No way. We are awesome at figuring things out.
Oh, gosh.
I'm the best.
Every time you give them, like,
a breadcrumb?
you know, here's, like, the problem. Like, obviously you need to find some way around this. Oh, here's a hint. And, like, one person will be like, oh, we should do this. And everybody's like, no, that's stupid. And here I am just sitting here like,
do something.
You should do it. You should do it. Because that's the solution to the puzzle.
No, that's only when I say it.
And instead, they're just
and they're like, no, that's dumb.
Oh, let's just take the damage. Let's just keep taking the damage. Like, oh, this damage could kill me.
What are you talking about?
And I'm just going to keep taking the damage. Because they'll just like trigger a trap and then they're like,
well, that's because we couldn't figure out the puzzle.
Dead. No, you guys did figure it out.
I figured it out, and then I was told I was stupid, and we didn't do it.
It's gonna happen again next game, so it's
So
fine.
the trick is to stand on someone's shoulders. I guess then if the trap is like on someone's feet, it only hurts one of them.
Bonus.
See, smart. We're gonna do that now.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell them about that.
Suspense.
Yeah. So suspense. How do you create suspense in your games? Like story wise, not like from a puzzle standpoint necessarily.
So.
What is it you do? Because you did it well in like our Brian Andre game on Thakos.
Uh-huh.
Like I feel like that one had suspense at times. Like we were like wanting to know more.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't feel that way about Tomb of Annihilation, but I felt that there.
I would say, but Tomb of Annihilation is a module. And so I think sometimes, and I don't usually do a lot of modules, so it's sort of different for me. So it's like I'm trying to follow the module because I don't want to change
You try too hard to follow to the T, though.
And mess it up. And I think like this last session, I actually followed it less and it seemed to go better. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm just going to kind of take it as a guide and just kind of run my own thing. But usually what I do is like try and give, here's this person knows this piece and this person knows that piece and this person knows this piece. And, kind of plant it that way and make you go sort of chasing.
Yeah, but those are just like part hooks, like partial information. Do you think that's the trick? I mean, maybe for you. I
mean, I think it makes you wanting to try and figure out more information.
So
what's going
something
on.
That I think you do, well, two things. So first of all, with the module, I think you were restricting yourself trying to follow too much to a T.
Yes.
Without giving away everything on the page. Like you were holding yourself back, not letting loose.
Right.
So that's that. That's a whole different thing. I agree opening it up yourself.
It's a personal problem.
Right. Now though, opening it up like you did today a little bit, you shined a little better. Now, when you do a normal campaign that's homebrew, not normal. When you do a homebrew, it seems like you put thought into the story.
Yes.
Whereas you're not doing that in the module.
Yes.
Because the story's already there. So I don't feel like have made the emotional connection to the story of the death curse. Yes. Which in turn, none of us, I think, really are tied to the death curse either emotionally. Like, we're not invested. We just know right now, for example, next session, we're going to go kill some pterodactyl people. The, whatever they're called. The Terrafolk. So we know we're doing that. But to me right now, talking about it has nothing to do with the module. It has nothing to do with the death curse. It might, but that's not the thing drawing me in. I feel like I'm on a side quest.
Yeah.
Just like before, killing undead. Side quest. It's all side quests.
But I think that's one of the other reasons. So I kind of told him that like I almost need to like drop some people. And I think that's
to bring it back to the death curse.
Too, to bring it back around. Mm-hmm. To like, hey, this is our focus on the death curse and not this like, mission to kill undead. That's what we're trying to do right now. We're going to help this lady with her pterodactyl issue.
Right.
Like,
so we're on a bunch of side quests. We're playing Skyrim and we're over here doing Brotherhood missions.
Right. So now we need to like pull it back around and just like kill some people to bring back those side quests.
That's a really crappy suggestion to a DM to kill people. Now, I'm okay with that.
No, I didn't say kill people. I said drop.
Gotcha. Drop. But still, I would never tell a DM to do that to their players. However, I want to know from you people watching, because I know a lot of people in the comments are already going to be like, whoa, she wants to purposely drop players? That's adversarial DM right there. She's a power gamer. Of course she's an adversarial DM. Second of all, what would you suggest for her to do when we're in the middle of a jungle to bring the focus back onto the actual intent of the module of trying to solve the death curse? It's not our fault we've ended up at these places that have nothing to do with it, and we've ended up going towards the hook that's in front of us.
Right.
So the hook is really where it's at, in my opinion, but I don't know enough about the module because I've purposely not read it.
So
There has to be something in there that you can tie a personal connection for us.
Yeah, I mean,
there has to be.
I will
Dropping me is fine. I will take it for the team. Whatever.
And so the other thing that we need to caveat on this is that, like, I wouldn't just, like, oh, I'm going to fudge a whole bunch of rolls or whatever.
No. But she can if she wants against me.
To just drop people or something like that. Like,
she's just going to do the math and double it for the CR ratings.
So
it's basically better than fudging.
So,
like, here's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And another... we had an encounter today where literally she said, roll initiative. And we said, okay. And we rolled it and she's putting the monsters out. They were literally right next to us and completely circled us. There is nowhere you could go. So I propose, if you really want to achieve your goal, you do the same thing with a bunch of T-Rexes. Zombie T-Rexes. What could go wrong?
We're so off topic and suspenseful.
That is suspenseful. Do you want to see zombie T-Rexes surrounding the party? I do.
Like, what would they even do?
Oh, Eric would be pissed. She'd be like, you didn't even give me a chance to do anything, and I'm dead. So we got another thing. So the other three players, it's her brother, his wife, and their son. Their son's what, 14?
Yeah.
Something like that?
13.
So he is learning D&D. However, he's learning how to play it from his mom, basically. Like, he's playing like his mom, I would say. And maybe it's just because they're similar. I don't know. But he seems worried about the same stuff as her after she's been worried about it. Whether it's making a same check that I just made or whatever. And I would say at least those two are power gamers, but I bet your brother's a power gamer too.
Oh,
because
yeah.
he wants to study the spells before selecting them.
Like,
study them. Like, go home, read the book. And that's fine. And I'm cool with this. But they are afraid to die. All three of them are afraid to die. Like, they get hit a couple times, and you see the worry. Like, so we were 4th level today. I had 27 maximum hit points. Our monk had like 38, and when he dropped to like 28, he's like, oh, I'm hurting really bad. I'm hurting really bad. And then our paladin, his mom, was like, oh, and she's got the same thing, like 38 hit points, 39 hit points full. She got hit to like 29 also, and is like, oh my gosh, should I use a healing spell? Should I use a healing spell yet? And I'm like, no! Kill the zombies. They're just zombies. There's 4 of us at 4th level. There's only 11 of them. We've ran half of them off, so there's really only like 5 or 6. Just kill them. We're fine. By the way, I'm down to 21 hit points at this time, and I'm the most calm, cool, collected one. Our wizard has more hit points than me. Like, we're fine. Fine!
Where do you think I learned to be a power gamer?
Oh, I'm sure. And that's because you played with them a lot growing up. And some of your first D&D experiences were with them.
I mean...
It creates a lot of suspense when you're on the edge of death. The problem is we haven't been on the edge of death, and it feels like we are just because of them.
It does.
And we are full on every resource except for maybe one person down a spell slot.
It does. It always feels like something is about to like explode.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Today they finally started to kind of get it, though. It felt like.
I was like.
It felt like they kind of started to see.
Okay, well, like, because they're like concerned, and then I'm like, oh crap! I just got a crit on them. I just got another crit.
Yeah, keep it coming.
And like. I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna kill the players
no,
right here?
That's why if you actually drop someone, there's going to be tears and anger from somebody. Someone's gonna cry, someone's gonna get angry, and I'm probably gonna be on the other side of the angered person because I'm a cleric that's not trying to heal everybody. I'm a storm cleric. I don't care about healing everybody.
I'm just trying to,
What?
Create some dynamic in the group.
Oh, and here's the other thing. So I got Healing Word. I have the most powerful spell in D&D. By the way, that video coming up soon in a couple weeks. If you're interested in hearing about Healing Word and how to handle it as a DM because it's so OP. But anyways, I have that spell. I'm ready to use it if I need to. I also have Mass Healing Word. I'm ready to use it if I need to. And I keep telling them, the reason I don't heal is nobody ever needs healing. So let's just play the game until someone needs healing. Don't worry about it. I will take care of it. Trust me.
So our concern right now is basically like artificial suspense. Like, there's always
It's
this,
yeah, and it has nothing to do with the story. That's the worst part. It's actually pretty funny. That we get a good laugh at it usually afterwards. Like, can you believe they were freaking out about not even being down half their hit points? Like, they were worried about using spells and resources on healing. By the way, I gave the healing potions to them because I didn't feel it was necessary. I was like, nah, here you go. Because they're worried about healing.
I know.
So here you go. Waste your turn.
3 healing potions.
For a D8 of health. Or whatever.
I know.
It's not helpful once we're getting into these higher levels. Except
Especially
if you
for
have
the
like
monk.
2 or 3.
Especially for the monk. Like... Yeah.
So my thing with suspense is when I'm trying to do it, it depends on my campaign, but I've done 2 ways of prepping my campaigns. I've done an outline like I did with the Mystery of the Black Hand one and stuff, where it was like 2 pages of outline. Just single line items was an arc, like a little, like it might be an adventure arc, or it might be like a 3 or 4 session thing, right? Mm-hmm. And one of them might be the Necromancer is reassembling evil army. What does that mean? Don't know. I'll know when the session comes, and I'll prep accordingly. But that might be my 10th thing down the line. So now I know roughly what my goal is with that session. It's a single sentence, tells me what I need to do.
Okay.
Another one might be needs allies because the army is too big. So heroes need to ally with kingdoms or something. Otherwise, it could go poorly. I'm not planning an outcome. I'm just saying you grossly outnumbered, impossible for 4 people to take on 3,000 in one battle. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. And are they gonna know? Sure, there might be clues. They might go into a town and find out that the enemy is assembling and starting to march through the mountains, and they're about 20 days away. All of a sudden, the players, if they're smart, would say, "Oh crap, we need to warn people. Let's warn the largest city first. Tell them to send out messenger birds as quickly as possible. Let's do something," right? They might not do that. I'm not prepping what they're going to do. I'm just saying what is happening in the background. The players can react to the clues I put in there based on the single line item thing. To me, as a DM, it creates suspense. Are my players going to do what I think they're going to do and warn the capital and try to get the other cities to join forces, even ones that might not be friendly with them? Mm-hmm. Are the players going to seek an audience with the ruler to warn them and do this? Now I get some fun RP to it. Right? So for me as a DM, this creates suspense. And then I think that for my players it would too, depending on what's going on. So that's what I try to do. A lot of my campaigns haven't got far enough for the big stuff like that, but I try to do it on a small scale level too. You know, whether it's with when we had the Pine Run thing and, you know, you guys kind of started talking to them about building a fence. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Which then kind of came back and bit you in the butt after you realized... Actually, did you guys ever find out that the mayor was a bad guy?
That's fine.
Oh, okay. He was a doppelganger.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyways, they built a fence, but then like the doppelganger was taking over people inside the city and turning into doppelgangers too. They were replacing them with doppelgangers slowly. And it was fenced in now so they could control it a little better.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was getting good. So anyways, suspense I think is very important. If you don't have it, it's a dull game. Still might be fun, you know, hanging out with your friends, rolling some dice, killing some stuff, letting out some anger, eating some pizza, and drinking Mountain Dew. Cool. I like it. But if you want the best badass D&D, then you need to have suspense. Plain and simple.
It's true.
So figure out how to incorporate it into your games. If you aren't sure, you're at the right place. So hit that subscribe button. We will have plenty of videos in the future that kind of go into more of the storytelling aspect, whether it's DM tips on how to create it, maybe as a player how to help a DM get the message across sometimes, because I know sometimes we have some DMs that aren't good at that, and so as a player we sometimes need to pull it out of them, whether it's give them hooks to use in your backstory or just things in game, tying things to your character makes it a lot more interesting and can create a personal experience there. Yep. So again, subscribe if this sounds like your bag, and yeah, this was Master of the Game. I am Juice. This is Paula. Make sure you hammer the like button, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time for RPG a Day, Day 28. Game on.